Hello, hello. What is good? Let me just. Oh. Lord have mercy. What do you do? Oh, wow, alright, hello, welcome back everybody to the Sunday that we're doing. So we are going to, first of all, for the YouTube audience, before I forget, welcome back to the Manga Cavalcade, the weekly show, or try to be weekly show where we talk about manga every single time. I am your man, your host, Music Kiyosaki, and today we got a big manga to talk about. I wish I read more of it, and it's also very funny timing that I am talking about this because today's manga, or this week's manga, is going to be Kagurabachi. Yeah, this I've been meaning to read for a very, very long time, or at least start reading, because I have heard like so many good things about it. Funny enough, I actually got caught up. And not caught up in like a bad way, but I was around when the first like chapter for this dropped, and everyone of my mutuals and every stuff like that was talking about how like, oh my god, this is like the greatest first chapter ever. This manga's already the greatest around, and like I was confused. I know people also were like, we didn't know much. We're very confused, and we all sat there. We're like, what the fuck is going on? Like we didn't know what the fuck was happening at all. We just kind of sat there. We're just like, okay. But then I remember. I think I must have read the first chapter. And I was like, this is interesting. This is cool. I like this. I don't think about done much of it, but it was only the first chapter. It's a good first chapter. Kagurabachi. Let me preface it with saying this. Kagurabachi's chapter is very, very good. First chapter is very, very good. It's strong. It gives you everything you need off the bat. Good story, good everything like that. Good actual explanation. It is a fine, damn good ass story, and it was one that like I was, dude, I got so sucked into. I kept reading it. I tried to stay up for so late. Not that late, but I tried to stay up like reading it. Oh my god, I passed out on the chapter, not in a bad way. I know that sounds bad, but I'm talking about like I was reading it until I couldn't read anymore. Not like I was bored. Like I physically read until I physically could not read anymore. And then I woke up, and the first thing I did was pick up my phone and read it because it is honestly genuinely that good. I'm getting ahead of myself. We usually do a whole little like fucking thing. So, I also need to look up characters. Hold on. I need to look up characters because I'm always bad at this, and I do want to, because I know some characters, but there's like characters who I'm going to be talking about that I should probably be better at talking about stuff with. So that's something. Hold on. Give me a second. I need to check this some other stuff real quick. Oh, and this will probably tell me just like a good little quick quiz. It's not giving me the characters I want. I don't know. Oh, it's not giving me the characters I want. Is that his name? I don't think that's his name. Oh my god, what is his name? Oh my god. Where is that motherfucker? Where is that motherfucker? I know that white hair is here somewhere. Okay, that's it. No. There we go, okay. I was about to say, I was trying to look up Shiva's name. Because I kept sitting there and I was just like, what the fuck is this man Shiva's name? Okay, so, manga starts off, right, with, oh my god, is that the first chapter? I'm trying to remember everything that like goes down. But the first like real introduction that we have is I guess they go to the outskirts of somewhere. I don't think they even like really say much. but I guess there is a group. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. No. It is all in one chapter, but the way it starts off is that we see a glimpse of oh my God, what is the names? The names are so bad at names. Chihiro, yes. Sorry, the last time I heard Chihiro ever be used in a name was in Danganronpa. So forgive me if I get that Chihiro mixed with Chihiro. Because I wasn't expecting it. Either way, Chihiro and his father, they live out on like the countryside while his father is teaching him how to forge swords, all like that. And we, in like a very short time, we meet I think he was like Shuji Kige, I think he is. I forget the father's name, but there's Mr. Shiba, who is like a friend of the father's, who comes by every so often, fucks around with them, just checks up with them every so often and stuff like that. I should go in complete order of everything. No, I am. I'm gonna go in the way the story tells it. I forget when the story tells it. I think it's pretty obvious where they tell it. And so we see this like little glimpse of life that Chihiro has, and I love the dynamic they have where his father's just like this like complete goofball who just can't take care of himself, and he's like lackadaisical, he's not that serious, he's like a really silly guy, and his son is like the complete opposite. Almost like he does mention at one point in the manga, not in this part, but like, oh yeah, you're like your mom in a lot of ways. So you can really tell he also respects his father because he's like, okay, yeah, he can be a bit of a goofball, but like he has high moral standards and he has a understanding of this craft that no one else has, right? This is the only man in this entire world that crafts swords like he does, because, again, getting ahead of myself, he makes enchanted blades. That's the whole thing with this manga, is that it's enchanted blades. I don't even know why I'm explaining it. You guys, so many of you probably already know, you're just coming into my opinion of it. Like, it's stuff. Like, if you haven't read it at all, my God, it's fantastic. But just to quickly go through at least that first beginning chapter, we get a little glimpse of it, and then we get a time skip of Chihiro 3 years later. At this point, I think he was almost 15 at that point, so he would almost be 17 at this point in time, if I'm being correctly, because he would be 14 when we saw him, almost 15. Now he'd be 17, almost 18. There we go. That's the proper pacing of things. And so you see him like in the future, or at least in the present now. Like we get the big time skip, and obviously he's been through a lot, and he's basically on a revenge tour to get back his father's swords and to hunt down the people that murdered his father. Pretty brutally, too. It was not great. It was not great. It was not fun. It's like, and God, the first chapter does such a good job just establishing this like crazy hierarchy of how the world works currently with sorcerers and all that stuff, which is crazy. I'm pretty sure someone has done it. I wouldn't be surprised if oh my God, what is the channel name? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say the thing I'm thinking, but I know his name is something. I think it's like something Ronin. Before I completely forget. I know his name, I just don't remember it. Oh my God. I wanna, you know what, if I like, I need to know. I need to be better at remembering stuff, so I need to Broken Ronin. There you go. I'm pretty sure Broken Ronin made a video on it. Maybe not. I might be talking about it in my ass. But like with a world full of sorcerers, I'm surprised like I don't see many comparisons with that and Jujutsu Kaisen. Not in the which one's better sense, but in like the power scale. Because like sorcerers with a bunch of sorcery items, Kaisens, a world full of sorcerers with sorcery items. So I'm very surprised that I don't see that much that often. I would have expected that a lot more, but I haven't, honestly. At least from what I've seen, Jujutsu Kaisen and Kagurabachi seem to be pretty insular, I think that's the right word, like separated from themselves, which I think is for the best. I think the power scaling stuff should be fun, but obviously you'll get comparisons. I think they're all both good in it. But the whole actually like big first chapter is basically him showing off. The author is explaining like how the power structure works in the sorcerer society. We get a lot more of that too. Oh, that's probably my favorite part of Kagurabachi actually, is like how like perfect, not perfect, but how well detailed and structured that power system is. Because I've always been that person. Like if you're gonna have a strong power system, there are gonna be so many different entities who are gonna have that power. And some people do it right. I think in terms of like the world system and people getting involved, I actually think Jujutsu Kaisen falls kind of like lackluster in that part. I think One Piece does a really good job in that. I think One Piece does a really, really good job in that as well. Like those motherfuckers get deep. It's like people like Naruto do it okay. People like Bleach. I still think I like the big three. Bleach probably does it the best. No, sorry, One Piece does it that world does it the best. Even where I am right now, it's still kind of hard to. I would say it's still hard to compare to many other things. But we're talking about Kagurabachi. We're not talking about anything right now. What are you talking about? So Chihiro gets like information that like, oh, there might be changing blades, there might be information that you can get on the, I forget the group, but it's the high brow sorcery group that basically is funding all the crimes and martial laws that happen around like Japan and specifically inside of Tokyo. That seems to be like the main place where all the sorcery activity happening. But I mean, like we get a good display of like Chihiro and like their skill, where that man quite literally goes in with Shima and just offs everybody, offs so many people. It's insane. The amount of bloodshed that happens in one chapter is fucking killer. I love it. I'm like, oh shit, we're going hard. Okay, we're not holding back. Okay, we're going full fucking hog on here. Okay, god damn. Okay, shit, Jesus Christ. So I was a little surprised by that. I definitely sat there and being like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, son of a bitch, goddamn. So that just chapter is a good display. We get like, also the power system they explain is really good, or at least like it's not super explained. We're not really we're like, okay, so it's very loosey-goosey, I think, with the power system we're talking about you, but not in like a super terrible way, where it's like everyone has some form of life energy in them and it's dormant, and basically all you need to do in order to really like bring it out is to really just hone in your skills. But it does take like a very long time in order for that to happen. And so what I think the cool thing about that is, it's kind of one of those things I like where everyone gets their own personal special thing and you can do like a lot of cool different things with it, but also like there is like these standards that everyone should follow. I think the thing is just like there's not many rules to it seems yet. The enchanted blades seem like that's like the echelon of it, but that's because like, and I at least they give a good job of explaining that. I'm just like, yes, it is like made from a specific material that has its own energy, similar to how humans have their own energy. But if you mess it up wrong or you don't like circulate it right, it can fuck you up if the body's not ready to take it. So, that's why Chihiro started it with such an important thing. It's because that he was the only person who actually was able to refine the energy so much for body control. So that was like the big thing. So like there is like, there is not too much reasoning, but enough for me to be like, okay, you got your structure, you got your thing, you got your world system of people, like, and I'm skipping on. But that first chapter is pretty fucking big. It gives us a lot of good taste of like what Kagurabachi is going to be about, and I really like it. I understand why this is so hype. It's a really good first chapter. no memes aside from the when we had like the big fucking oh my god, it's fucking Kagurabachi, it's so fucking good. Memes aside, genuinely, it is actually a really good first chapter. It's really well paced. It's really nice. It explains like who the villains are, who the villains are going to be, who will be tracking, all that stuff. It's all explained in such a nice and like a nice, good, peaceful way that like it's just enjoyable. It's just enjoyable right now. So that's the first chapter. Then after that, the first 2 volumes is like the first arc, it seems, where Shiba and Chihiro are trying to find some leads that will help them understand more, or not understand more, but try to help them hunt down this like high sorcery group that are the reason why his father is not with us. And so they get a lead from a lady who's working at I best I can explain it is like an information distributor. Basically, it's a Hanao who like there's a girl named Hanao who works at a place that gives certain information to people like what's the best way to what is the best way to explain it? I think the best way to explain it is kind of like a you know what I just fucking realized? The thing is so motherfucking high. Holy shit. Oh. I might have to adjust my audio after this because I forgot to do it in the post because I'm fucking dumb. Damn, that's like 20 minutes of possibly unused audio. No, it'll be fine. I'll be able to fix it. But in all seriousness, not seriousness, Jesus fucking Christ. I guess a mission board place or a bounty place. Bounty place sounds a bit better because of how it's explained, where like it's information that comes out, but people could put bounties and put out like hits on people, and information could be traded that way or like exchanged in that place. But the information that we're there for is apparently Hanao found some trace of someone using an enchanted blade, which there are 6 out there, all made by Chihiro's father, which got stolen after his death. So Chihiro's main 2 things is to get back all of the enchanted swords that exist and murk the fuck out of everybody that ended up taking his father. And so we get this little girl. Now, this little girl unironically stole my heart in this manga, and once this gets animated, I have a feeling I am going to be very sad, and I might cry, because the way that they play up her story really hurts. It really fucking hurts, dude. Oh my fucking god. Also, I'm gonna need to do something real quick. I will need to use the bathroom. So while I go use the bathroom, I'm going to have to pause stream. I know it's early, but I need to go use the bathroom. Alright, I'll be back.